Hi, everybody. Welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host, Khalil, here. I think that caught it. The timer jumped a little bit. Welcome to CastorsCorner.com. Welcome to our live YouTube channel. I'm your host, Khalil. Happy to have you guys back to our regularly scheduled programming, right? Thank you all for listening last night. It was really meaningful to be able to share that stuff with you guys. I'm going to do that from time to time. But tonight we're going to get back to the new toys. So one of the newest toys I got, thanks to our friend Bill, was the new DC Multiverse Bizarro. And we'll be posting pictures of him on the Instagram and Facebook and all that. So we're at Kastor's Corner. You can go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery and close-ups of this guy, for sure. And so today we're talking about him. And when he was first announced, it looked really cool. Really excited to get my hands on him. He is not without his issues, having him in hand now. I was super excited to get him because you can get him into some really fun, weird poses, that Bizarro would be in, hunched over and kind of head up, or kind of zombie-ish Superman here. I would say overall, I think it's one of the better figures they've done for a lot of different reasons, but he does have a few issues. So this version is based on the new 52, whatever DC's on now, whatever DC calls their current universe. So he's got the molded belt here without the trunks. The boots are a little bit different. And so he looks a little bit different. It's a little more of a muted color. It's a deeper blue. It's kind of more of a gray blue than it is a bright blue. And from the distance, right, from here, looks great, right? Looks really good next to a Superman. Looks perfect that way. It's when you start to look at some of the details on him that he starts to fall apart. And not really necessarily fall apart, but changes a little bit. So first of all, you get alternate hands with him. So you've got the open, gnarly kind of hands that you think of when you think of Bizarro, but he also comes with fists, both sides. So he comes with 2 fists, so you can swap those out. So 4 hands altogether. They have made a change, and I think the easiest way to show you, and I actually like the originals versus the new ones. I think it's a little more stable. So they changed the wrist pegs. So this is Superman's original wrist peg from the first wave. This is Bizarro's wrist peg, and this is much thinner. It doesn't look as natural as the Superman does. I'll put the fist on. It actually doesn't go as far into the hand as that. You see the joint a little bit more. It's not as well hidden. So I think that's one minor issue. I've just noticed posing his hands and putting him in different positions. The hands pop off much easier on this one than they did this one. So I'm sure it's a cost factor thing because more plastic here, slightly more plastic, less plastic here. But quality-wise, I think this is better. He comes with the little shaved head, spit curl up instead of down, which I thought was a nice little touch. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. The reverse S, the muted colors. One thing I noticed, and you'll notice it if you go to the website, castorscorner.com, to check out the full gallery of this guy. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. I'm going to do my best to kind of let you guys see if we can focus on him. It's kind of hard. And the lighting's really bright here. But when I didn't notice this when I first got the figure. And it wasn't until I kind of really started playing with it and doing photographs with him that I noticed. His hands and his face, the side of his face, at least on mine, has a red tint to him. Almost as if it reminds me of what would have happened if I had stored him like this, with the cape wrapped around his head, where the dye from the plastic or the color from the plastic leached into his face. I can't tell if it's that for some reason in the manufacturing process, or if it was intended to give some shading to his face. But when you really look closely at him, or you take close-up photos of him, you'll notice kind of that red tint along his face. And somebody brought it up actually in one of my initial pictures of him, and I said I didn't notice it. And then once I started to take pictures, I did notice it. So What's great about this figure, though, is that he is 2 per case. So he will be a little more readily available than Nightwing, who's coming up later in the week, who is 1 per case. He is under, let's see if I can find it. He is under the DCPI. I don't know if I have it anymore. Well, here's the barcode. Oh, it's reversed. 787926151459. And he is under one of the other DCPIs. If you scan that at the store, you'll be able to find him. He is 2 per case, so he should be a little easier to find, although he's really wanted, so he's probably going to go pretty quick. The other drawback is I was really surprised. They gave him a normal stand versus a flight stand, which I thought was a really weird move. I like when the Flyers get the flight stands. I think that they're a lot of fun to have. Like they work really well for a figure like this. Of course, if you can see in the background, we got John Stewart trying to dunk over Optimus Prime on a new basketball hoop. So I think that they're a nice thing to include, and so not including it with 2 Flyers in the last wave, at least one of them should have gotten a flight stand for sure. But overall, I mean, you can get him into the flight pose. He looks good next to Superman for sure. You'll see in the pictures. I think it's a good matchup. Everybody's asking for classic versions of these guys. I don't mind. I really don't. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like the creepy stuff that Mcfarlane's doing, the kind of off-base stuff he's doing. So I would say keep going. Like, keep doing that stuff. You can go to DC Classics. You can go to DC Essentials. You can go to old DC Direct figures. If you want stuff that's a little more classic, a little more normal looking, let Mcfarlane do the creepy, weird stuff that we don't normally get in lines like this. The last Bizarro we got was a Walmart exclusive, and the one way before that was overused, oversized, weirdly positioned, and really a waste of money at a certain point. And Mattel reused that. So to have fresh ideas and fresh things out for characters like these, a classic like Bizarro, I think is great. So there you go. There's Bizarro. Tomorrow I'm thinking, because I just got him in the mail, so I'm thinking we're going to look at the new Qui-Gon tomorrow. We also got in the mail, we also got Ram Man in the mail. And believe it or not, this is not Ram Man. This is Ram Man. And I really, quickly looking, have a hard time telling the two apart if I didn't see the belt. So we're going to look at these guys later too. So we got a lot more coming up. Go to the Cornercast podcast this week with our friends Adventures in Collecting. Really have Eric and Dave on. It was great to have them. Follow us at castorscorner.com. And follow us on all social media. We are at Kastor's Corner. And please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate the support. I really appreciate the support. It really helps me to keep going and doing these things. It lets me know that you guys are out there and enjoying the content. So please leave your comments, share the videos, watch them over and over again. We really just want to keep going and doing this thing for us. So day 108 of 365, and we're still going strong. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.